So essentially, you know, we're made for them kind of moments. Everybody here is built like a diamond under pressure. They're not going to break. It's everybody on the O-line to the quarterback to the receivers. We're made for that situation. So everybody knew coming in, nothing had to be said. Only thing that had to be said was be physical and, you know, take them out. That's it.
You know, I haven't seen the belief in each other like they have for that week 3 against Martin Luther King, and then this week I don't know if they're just not smart enough to realize it, or they're just too young at certain spots that they really believe that at any point, no matter what the score is, they can win the game.
We really prepared this game. We blood, sweat, and tears since Monday. We've been just going at it at practice. They've been telling me, you know, I just did it for the seniors, you know.
You know, there's a reason why we're the top 2 teams in Ohio. You know, we meet each other in the regional finals. We meet each other now. So we're gonna see them again, and we gotta capitalize on the mistakes that we made now. And you know, the drive down there, we're on the 3-yard line, and we get 2 penalties bringing us back. You know, can't have those. You know, if we had to kick a field goal, we could have scored. A lot different outcome can come when we commit mistakes. That's what we got to do when we meet them next.
The thought was you would concentrate more on linebacker this year. You're splitting with Jance, playing both ways. How are you feeling right now? Because
I feel great. You know, I was made for this. I was made to be, you know, a top prospect at anything I do. You know, there's a reason why I'm here, and there's a reason why I'm thriving in both positions. So, you know, that's why. So I love it.
Big time. I remember Coach was saying we need Brayton in on what was it, like kick return or something like that. I was like, yeah, put him in. I mean, he can play anywhere. Definitely a great addition to have this team, man. I love having him.
We were able to run the football on a very good defense. You know, we had over 200 yards, and then Nick, that's probably the best game he's played, just because 11 for 16, and he hit open receivers. He didn't force anything. He knew no turnovers was going to win this football game, and that was the big thing for us. I think they had 3 or 2 at least, you know, because I think Jaden had 2 picks, and we had 0. So for us, it was a huge thing to be able to have Nick understand that. He's not always going to win the game with his arm, but he did in the last series. You know, he was the one that stepped up.
But with Brayton, you know, him reacclimating himself to linebacker this year, and then basically having to reacclimate himself to play running back again.
Oh yeah.
What was that like, juggling both and getting him comfortable to play both ways?
But being able to have, you know, him and Jance, that's a hell of a 1-2 punch. Jance was really running the football and being very punishing, which their safety started to get a little bit out of the way with him hitting a couple of those runs. They might only go for 8-10 yards, but there were some punishing runs.
You know, it's always, you know, a rival's always a great win, you know, but we're not so focused on that. You know, we're focused on week 16. You know, that's our main goal. So this one was a big win, but, you know, like I said, we think farther to the future than now.